Yo, what's up? Today we're going to be using this really niche perk, Human Greed. So basically, whenever a survivor enters an 8-meter range of a chest, we see their auras for 5 seconds. And we're going to be pairing that with Hoarder, because this perk alone isn't too good. But basically, this adds 2 more chests into the map. So there's just going to be chests all around, so we're going to be seeing the auras of survivors everywhere. We're also going to be playing with Pyramid Head because he's the best killer in the game for like aura reading abilities, since he can just shoot through walls, so he benefits the most from this build. We've also got Franklin's Demise, so whenever we injure a survivor, they drop an item, and we've also got Weave Achievement, so whenever they are around the item, we see their aura. You could replace these 2 perks with Slowdown, but that's fine because we're just going to be using more aura. Also, one thing about Hoarder is that whenever a survivor picks up an item from the ground, there's a loud notification that shows us where they are, and this is especially good paired with Franklin's. But yeah, that's basically it, and let's get into the games. Alright, I have Midwich Elementary School, which, you know, fits the theme of Pyramid Head since he's the killer from this map. But I'm actually interested on how it's gonna, you know, be with this build on this map. Actually, this is a pretty small map, so that means the chests do cover up a large area of it, so that's actually good. Oh, and nice, I think I already see the survivor, and yep, there's the Gabriel. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna die instantly, since, yeah, that was not good pathing from him. He should have just went, you know, somewhere upstairs, but guess he'd just rather fall. And nice, let me just hook him here. I don't see the aura of any other survivors, which means then they just haven't entered the aura of the chests. But I do see that this gen has progressed, so let me just kick it real quick and try to go find the... Yeah, as you can see, the chest just shown us the aura of that survivor. Usually I would just go, you know, further away, but since that survivor's aura has been shown, then I know that they're here. Yeah, nice, disable. Let me just use my power to... Oh my god. Yeah, lucky her. But let me just injure her here anyways. It doesn't really matter for Pyramid Head. And actually, if I get her here, that would be perfect. Nice. Oh my god. This is like insane pressure at the start of the game. Let me just actually hook her here very close, since the Gabriel here. Let me actually hook him in the same hook. Since the survivors are nearby anyways. I think the Gabriel went that way, and the other survivor. So nobody can work on gens, but we do see that they went upstairs because of the chest that's there. A lot of value from this build already. Let me actually just go kick this gen again. And another gen popped there, but you know, nothing really I could do since I was chasing the survivors here. And oh my god, even more aura. Like, this is insane. I'm pretty sure this is Weave Achievement because of that item, yeah. I'm not sure where the survivors are, honestly, but guess I do know where they are now because of Hoarder, which is even better. Or here, actually, yeah. Since she's closer to me, then it would just be better. Let me just use my power to get a quick injure, and she looks disappointed in that, yeah. And a quick down, oh my god. This game is going incredibly. Like puzzle pieces going together, I guess. But yeah, let me just hook her on this hook there. Sadly, there aren't any. Actually, there is one close, then hook, sorry. Which is even better for us. Another gen just popped there, but you know, we've got so much pressure that it doesn't really matter. Let me just kick this one and then go back to, you know, that hook, since they're probably working on this gen or just healing somewhere. I think they might be on this gen. Yeah, nice. She walks right into me. Oh my god. I don't have any oblivious status effects on me, so I have no idea why she, you know, didn't hear my carriers. Or maybe she just thought that I was downstairs. You know, that kind of could have happened too, but either way, this is going great for now. Let me go actually back to Hook through this middle, since he's going to be shorter. And if they go downstairs, then I'm going to see their aura through the chest. So no matter what they do, then they're kind of down. Sorry. Oh my god. Anyways, let me just get her here, or at least injure her. Now both of these survivors are injured, which is even better for us. Let me go for actually, let me go for both of them, since I can just go for the Dwight and then for her. Sadly, I missed here. Because, you know, when you hit so many shots, then eventually you're going to miss. And oh my god, he barely stepped on that. Let me actually just hook him instead of cage, since I don't feel the need to cage him yet. And then probably go for the Fang, since she went somewhere that way. And yeah, let's go find her now. And nice, we see her here healing. And she actually got that heal like right on time. Which is kind of incredible. And she missed this. I mean, she dodged this, which is also incredible. But she's gonna get down here. So that was kind of short-lived, I guess. She isn't dead on hook, so let me just click her here. And then probably go for the Gabriel. You know, he's the last survivor, so this whole match depends on him now. He goes for the Dwight, which is smart, you know. I mean, what else was he supposed to do, honestly? They're probably over here. Yeah, I was expecting them to be healing. I don't mind, you know, just killing them, I guess. This Dwight had off the record, which is fine with me, because we're still going to get him here anyways. And the thing just died. The Fang, sorry. Let me just get him here. And this basically over. I'm just going to cage him since, you know, it's just going to be faster. And there's no reason for me to hook him since the game is basically over. And I'm pretty sure the Gabriel is there because of the notification from Hoarder. Might as well just kick this gen, because why not, honestly. And the last survivor died too, so oh my god. We see his aura because of the chest. This is great. The hatch has spawned now, but I don't think he knows about that. He's somewhere here. So I'm just gonna make sure, yeah, there he is. Let me just end his misery now. Anyways, if you made this far into the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and, you know, do that other stuff, because I only have like 430 subscribers and I really appreciate it. And yeah, GG's. This was a pretty fast match. Let me just worry him and let's get into the next game. Alright, we have Eries of Crows. This isn't the best map, honestly. And it's the worst variant for us too, but I think we can do well with this build, unless the team is really overpowered, but I don't think so. I've actually played with this build before, and it's kind of strong. The only bad side is it doesn't have any slowdowns, but you can work over that, so it's fine. And actually, I am a Pyramid Head main, so I should do pretty well. And we've got a Michaela that instantly goes into a locker. Oh my god, this is like the perfect start for us, since, you know, when you don't have any slowdown, pressure is the most important thing in a Dead by Daylight match, and we just got a lot of that pressure. And we've also got a medkit on the ground, so anyone around that medkit now will have their aura shown to us. So whenever someone is going to go for that save, then we're going to see them, which is great. Anyways, let's go find the other survivors. Nobody is here, which is good for us. That means they're not working on gens, really. And nobody is here too. And alright, she has been unhooked. We see their aura, so they're healing. But I'm just going to find the other survivors that are probably working on gens, which is going to be even more pressure. And Hoarder value too. Oh my god, I think I just found these survivors. Let me just use my power here. And get this oh my god, sorry, these, like, there's too many survivors on the screen right now. Let me just injure him with an M1, since, you know, his item is going to drop here. And we see his aura, even better for us. And yeah, let me just go back and kill this gen, actually, just like this. And now we can go put pressure on these survivors, since they're probably working on that gen now. Yeah, as you can see, the ace is here. Since he's actually injured, I'm going to go for him. He should be a pretty quick chase. Unless he falls the window, that is, but that's still fine. I actually do see the Meg here. So, I mean, sorry, the Michaela. So I'm actually going to go for her, since she's closer. And I am going to get an M1. Oh my god. Right here, just like I said. Yeah, that was an interesting play by her. We've got a Dwight here, so I'm just going to go for him too. And I don't know what he's doing. He's plotting around like a robot. Let me just shoot my power here, and just in case you get him. But it doesn't seem like the power hit. You know, sometimes it's actually worth going for these risky shots, since they do hit 1 in a million, but it does happen. But let's just get this ace. He does have the chains around him. Let me just get him right here. And perfect. That's actually great. I will hook him, since I don't want to use my cage on him yet. Nobody's here for the pilot save, which is even better. And after hooking him, I'm just going to go back there, since we do find out that there's a survivor there from the notification. But the one good thing about Hoarder is it does add 2, you know, chests to the map, which is usually bad, but it's good for us in this scenario when we're using this build. But it also makes it so that whenever a survivor picks up a dropped item, then we see that, like, we get a loud notification. Which is even better with this build, since we have Franklin's. Anyways, I have no idea what that Dwight was doing. That was pretty interesting. I am going to go back to this gen, because it had a lot of progress before. And then we're going to go back to that hook, just in case somebody's working on it. But it seems like it is in regressing. I mean, it is regressing, which is good for us. But this gen does have a lot of progress on it too. So I will just kick it. And then we can go back to that hook. Since we can see there are 2 survivors healing, that's because of the item there, which is actually kind of incredible. They did just miss this kill check, which is so good for us. Literally just what we want. And we get the ace here with our power. We should be able to get him here again, unless he dodges, which is unfortunate. But that was a pretty impressive shot either way, which gives us a lot of, you know, pressure. And there's another survivor working on that gen. Let me just pull up my power, just to make him, you know, flinch a bit. Put it up again, and he should be able to get down like here. Yeah, that was interesting. I have no idea what he was doing. I would just, you know, fake going for the pallet. And this Dwight is, I think, someone of special needs. Like, I'm not going to assume anything because I don't want to be mean. But I have a slight feeling he might be, you know, someone special. But yeah, let me just kick him here anyways, and then kick this gen. I think this game is pretty much over. I mean, you actually never know. Survivors are so weird sometimes. They can do the craziest comebacks, so you have to, expect the unexpected. Especially when you have 0 slowdown. Like, you really gotta make sure you've got everything in place. But this match is going well, though. We see someone's aura here because they went into the item, which is so good for us. Like, Weave Achievement is actually the best perk on Pyramid Head. Let me just tell you that right now. Like, not the best perk on Pyramid Head, but it's the best perk to use with this killer. Like, it's the best killer to use with this perk, is what I mean. But we do find the Megan here. Megan, that's actually crazy. She's called Meg. But isn't just Meg like a shorter word for Megan? I'm not sure, actually. I guess it might be. Anyways, our reading here. Not sure from what, since I don't think there's any item or chests around. 3 survivors here. They're splitting in all different directions, which is smart. But I'm pretty sure this ace is Deathpick. So if we do get him here, then that will be literally so good for us. Let me just pull up my power, and we should be able to get him here. Unless he doesn't go back, you know, that's actually surprising. And he stuns us here, which is really good for him. Let me just break this wall though, and we do see his aura because there's another item with Weave Achievement over here. And if he goes there, then we're going to see his aura again because of the chest. So, just like I said in the intro, aura reading all around, like it's crazy. Gen just popped, but that's fine since, you know, we can just do a little bit of a mind game here and get him anyways. We see aura because of the chest. And we should be able to get him unless it doesn't reach somehow. But we do get him here, which is perfect. And I don't think he gets much distance anyways. So we should be able to get a quick down over here. I don't think there's any pallets here. Other than this one. But like it's so much on the arts cards that it doesn't really matter. And I'm pretty sure he's actually dead. Let me check. Yeah, final judgment. Great for us. We're just going to go back now. Since the survivor is probably working on that gen. Just like, you know, we guessed. And yeah, there's 2 survivors healing here, the Meg and the Dwight. No, I have no idea what that Dwight is actually doing. I think he's yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not human. I don't know what he is. He's some sort of creature, I guess. No, I will not be allowing you to save her. I have no idea what he's trying to do. Let me just end his misery because he seems like he just doesn't want to be in this game, I guess. Good for us. Let me go for the Meg though. We see her aura because of a chest. And we see her aura because of the chest again. So good for us. Let me just go around like this. And we should be able to get her here. Oh, she dodged that. But we're gonna get her here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we know where the Michaela is because of the gen popping. So even better for us. Let me just hook her and then, you know, go for the Michaela. And nice. Let me just go to that side of the map since... Oh, nice. We see where she is because of the dropped item. Even more with achievement value. Geez, this perk is pretty insane. And we're gonna get her right here with our low sneaky hit. And I'm pretty sure she's just looping around. And with Weave Achievement, she doesn't get much distance. So yeah, that's basically with this game. Let's just get her on a hook. And nice, perfect. Anyways, if you made this far into the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and, you know, do that other stuff. Because I only have like 450 subscribers and I really appreciate it.